Welcome to the Capitol. It's great that you're all... Sir, you're welcome to come. Let me finish. Let me finish and vote.
Hey, sir, he doesn't have fucking votes first. Shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, hey, there's some passion in the building.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk a doubter, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
I just want to say to all the uncouth, uncivilized, uneducated, unkept bums out there with the gross teeth that nobody's going to want to make out with, all of whom are Democrats or support the Democratic Party, know your role, shut your pie hole. You really have no say in this matter. You support your own demise. You support your own torturers and killers. You support people who torture and kill you while mocking you. And you support the most divisive of any political party walking the face of the earth in the history of planet Earth. And here we are, the American left, ruining things not only for America, but for the entire world. And yes, the Democrats are out there being divisive, while MAGA is not divisive at all. The Democrats are responsible for pitting us against each other, while MAGA is not divisive at all. So, just in case you've seen me type that on social media and you think it's a typo, now you see the video, you could read my lips, and you could hear me say it. MAGA is not divisive, and the Democratic Party is. It's not both sides-isms. It's not one side is equally as bad as that side. It's not symmetric. You offensive fucking asshole. That is so stupid, it's offensive. It's like you people that get angry when I blatantly deny that the two parties switch, because they didn't switch. And I get aggravated because of how people get aggravated. Like, you get people that get spitting mad. They get so mad they wish I was in front of them so they could punch me in the face when I say the parties didn't switch. Suddenly, the Republican Party was for equality, and then out of nowhere, in 1960, they decided, hey, let's be against equality. Let's celebrate our 100-year since we got a president in office by accepting inequality and going against equality. It doesn't make sense. Hey, all the racist piece of shits are leaving our competitors' party. We'll take them. That sounds illogical, right? Republicans aren't illogical. That's you guys, the Democrats. How do I know? You're the same party that thinks tampons belong in the boys' room. Persons with pussies don't go in restrooms marked men or boys on the door. They just don't. Persons with pricks don't go in bathrooms marked women or girls on the door. And stop being offensive by insisting that's the case. And if you have a really good tuck and some good plastic surgery, you're somehow passable for a woman, you go in the store, you sit down, you don't do anything weird by creating the tinkle sound with your feet pointed towards the bowl. If you're able to pull it off and nobody knows nothing, keep it that way. But if you look like Gerard Butler when he played the Spartan King in 300, you look like you're about to scream, "This is Sparta," and kick a Persian messenger off a cliff, you don't belong in the ladies' room with your full beard and big, hairy, muscular chest. There's something wrong with you if you think you could just throw a flowery dress on Gerard Butler or Lou Ferrigno and send them to the ladies' room. It doesn't work that way, pal. And it's stupid things like this that are the hills that the Democrats want to die on. It's stupid things like this that the Democrats want to divide the country over. They're sickos, and if you're supporting them, you must have a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome and you love being tortured to death. I mean, the beginning clip isn't of any particular relevance. It's a clip from about 9 months ago. Tim Walz getting heckled and booed, rightfully so. And this is before all this fraud came out. And yeah, that's what happened. And it's just a show that even in blue cities and blue states, there may be a shimmering light of hope. Hope that there are still human beings in these blue cities and blue states. Hope that a state like Minnesota could turn red. Hope that a state like Michigan can turn red. Pennsylvania. Perhaps New York. I'm rooting for somebody named Bruce Blakeman. I don't know what his fate is. I mean, there is a man at the end of his name. And he's a Nassau County executive. But I am told he did a fine job keeping Nassau County safe and balancing the budget of Nassau County. And if he makes the entire state of New York a model, or if he makes the entire state of New York follow that model of Nassau County, we shall be in good shape. But usually Long Island politicians don't do well in statewide elections. Rick Lazio was supposed to beat Hillary Clinton back in the 2000 senatorial race for New York. I believe Al D'Amato should have ran, having lost the election 2 years earlier to Schmuck Schumer, who doesn't belong there anymore. He's not liked anymore. Even another Democrat will be picked over him because of how radicals the Democrats are. And if it's somebody more radical than Schmuck Schumer, that seat might swing Republican again. And boy, oh boy, would I love that. But it is possible that a blue state like New York can turn red. This election is winnable for Bruce Blakeman. And I'm not voting for Hochul because of some outside chance that because there's a man at the end of Blake Man that he might be loyal to Netanyahu or something like that. I think that's a wild conspiracy theory. Bruce Blakeman is not subordinate to the friggin' prime minister of a foreign nation. His mistake, which I hope he doesn't make, especially since he got a Trump endorsement already, would be to claim he's not MAGA. I mean, it's happened before. Mike Sapercone, when he ran against Rubber Stamp Gillibrand, told everybody, hey, I'm not MAGA, I'm not MAGA. Like it's some nutjob fringe group that you want to separate yourself from. When you treat MAGA like it's some nutjob fringe group that you want to separate yourself from, you're on a crash course to failure. You are destined to crash and burn in utter failure in your campaign if you go out of your way to say that you are not MAGA. Now, someone like Steve Chan didn't say, I am MAGA. He didn't confess it like that. But he did say that he likes MAGA and he likes a lot of the policies of MAGA. So if you don't want to fully claim MAGA, you're scared of the word association ruining your campaign, you got to embrace some of it. At least Steve Chan did that, and he got elected. It also helped that the incumbent opponent was a dirty, filthy radical trying to run a smear campaign, a disingenuous smear campaign with all sorts of libel and slander that, thank God, the voters of New York did not believe. And so, here we are. The Democrats are being divisive again. They're being divisive with this Renee Macklin person. A lot of people say her name is Renee Good, but that's a name she took upon claiming union with a person of the same sex. The Good last name is the last name of her same-sex partner. So her name is really Macklin. And that's how I feel about that. I think same-sex unions should not require you to drop your current name if you're either one spouse or the other. It should not require you to claim your spouse's last name over your own. And if you have anybody insisting on that, you should punch them in the face and get your same-sex union annulled. But that's just my opinion on the matter. You should be allowed to keep your name. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. This is the face of John Grant, so this is the face you're going to look for to punch in if you don't like what I'm saying. But it's the Democrats being divisive again, I assure you. The Democrats are like these obnoxious, nasally voiced, weaselly people. They all got voices like this. And they have obnoxious things to say about subject matter they know nothing about. Like if they'll know a little bit of history of my childhood, last thing I want to deal with is one of these obnoxious weasels being like, "Did you always like to put your Snoopy in the face to block the sun when you were 5 years old?" Like, that's a little tidbit of my information that I don't need some obnoxious weasel that talks like this talking to me about. And yes, I would take some good hard swings at the face of such a person if that were to happen. Or, "Did you like playing with Legos when you were 8? Were your favorite Legos really the blue ones?" I mean, it's kind of like, the music scene. Why did you have a fallout with that band member? Did he make out with a girl you used to make out with and wanted to make out with again? And yeah, bringing up things like that. And this is what the Democrats are about. They're about rehashing things that have already been addressed long ago that nobody wants to talk about anymore because it's boring. But I'm glad I got this off my chest, and I'm glad the majority of you watching this video, the vast majority of you subscribers that are watching this, are on my side with this issue. And so on to the I say respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host that is never, 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 never gross. MC Too Tall. You be safe out there.